You're watching Vancouver TV, where we show you what's happening in your city. We've got the latest movie reviews and access to your favorite celebs. From fashion to red carpets, live shows, and more, we cover it all, keeping you informed about your city and in the know about upcoming events.
Feeling into.
I could hear the whole tune in my head. It was all there, I could see all the notes, and I just had to get it out.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
What did you say your name was again?
My name is...
Reggie!
Reginald Dwight.
Reginald? That's my granddad's name.
So how does a fat boy from nowhere get to be a soul man?
You gotta kill the person you were born to be in order to become the person you want to be.
I'm thinking of changing my name to Elton.
But that's my name.
Yeah, I know.
You could be the best-selling artist in America if you desire.
I was trying to do something bold. Why are you still something flashy?
Can you even play the piano in those?
Let them know who you are. And just don't kill yourself with drugs.
So how does it feel to be a star?
It's never gonna last.
Let's just enjoy it while we can.
If those sleeping arrangements get out, all of this is gone.
I just hope you realise you're choosing a life of being alone forever.
Don't you want to just sing without this ridiculous paraphernalia?
People don't pay to see Reg Dwight. They pay to see Elton John.
Sorry. I know.
Care how much pressure I'm under?
Not really. I'll still be collecting my 20% long after you've killed yourself.
Maybe I should have tried to be more ordinary.
You were never ordinary.
What a shy little boy you were. Look at you now.
To win tickets to see this movie and other fun movie prize packs, visit www.vancouvertelevision.ca.
Hi, I'm Ashleigh Davidson with Vancouver Television. Today we are here in beautiful, sunny Vancouver. We are so excited for the Leo Awards coming up. We'll be talking to 2 Leo nominees today, as well as a stuntman and boxer, and the director of this new Wingspan program, working with disabled artists. Let's go check it out.
Good, again. Come back to your face. Good. Now this one here, the same thing. Remember, you turn the foot, knee, hip, shoulder, extend it out, boom. Exactly. Now we're going to do a double jab, right hand. 2 jabs, boom, boom, right hand. Excellent.
Awesome. So we're just here with Darcy Hines. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you very much. How are you?
Good. Good moves there. That was great. So you're an actor, stuntman, boxer, kickboxer.
Yes, yeah. Been doing it all my life. Well, the boxing and kickboxing, the martial arts part, are been doing that since I was 8 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And the stunts and the acting for the last 10 years.
So how did this come about? So you just started
the
boxing. Yeah.
So it all started when I was maybe around 6 years old, watching Superman and being like, wow, this guy is superhuman, I want to be like him. And I used to run around with a cape on, and I used to be actually go up to the roof of the house, and my mom would get all like scared, and yeah, so that's how it started.
I'm gonna fly, and she's like, no.
Exactly. And then years later, I saw Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee was the closest human I ever saw to being superhuman. So, and he's a martial artist, so I wanted to be a martial artist. I wanted to be able to be as close to superhuman as possible, and that's how it all started.
And so your mom or parents put you into classes, or?
Well, I asked. Yeah, I asked, and yeah, and then from there at age 15, I started full contact kickboxing, and I was 7-0 as a kickboxer. Around 19, I got into full contact boxing. pursuing the Olympic dream, and now I have over 140 fights with I think around 10 losses, and those losses are controversial.
And so I saw something in your write-up as well that your teacher was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you were like, a boxer. And they were like, no, really?
Yes. In high school, I never, just like many people, I never knew what I wanted to do, but I did know I love martial arts, and I always wanted to be world kickboxing champion. That was my dream. That's what I wanted to be around 16 years old. And the teacher made us draw what we wanted to be, and people are drawing maybe firefighters or doctors or lawyers, and I drew a ripped kickboxer with a belt around. Now today, that's exactly what I do. I fight on film.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's really amazing. It just goes to show you to follow your passion.
I just love working out. Yeah. I'll probably go for a run, do some wind sprints and shadow box just like you saw, or hit the heavy bag. But working out is just an everyday thing. And that's how it is for most stunt performers.
Yeah, so how do you keep your body in such good shape? So what are the things that you do? You obviously work out. Do you eat a really healthy diet, or?
Very, very healthy diet, for the most part. I mean, I do love food, so it's hard to be humble in the food aspect all the time. But you have to be a stunt performer, you have to be the jack of all trades. You have to be ready for anything when they call upon you on set. So gymnastics, weight training, like I said, running, boxing. As a stunt performer, there's basically two things you have to be able to do, and that is fight on film and kicking and punching properly, and then also falling. Whenever I go to set as a stunt performer, 90% of the time I'm going to be hitting the ground or hitting a table or hitting a wall. So your ability to know how to fall is crucial. So when I go to gymnastics, I'm not a flipper, but the fact that I practice flipping and I fall often is very important because it teaches me how to fall. So when I'm falling, I learn to fall on the meaty part instead of the bone, and that's important when you're falling on pavement.
So what would you say to someone that has the same dream as you? What would you say to them?
I would say 100% never give up on anything that you're passionate about, no matter what. When I first started acting, that's what full-time acting school at School Creative in Vancouver. That was a 6-month course, and I got a commercial, I think, with my 5th audition. But I really wanted to be in film, and it took me around 50 auditions, and I felt like giving up so many times, but I just kept on going, and eventually I got a role on Supernatural. Yeah, so never give up. That's with anything. If it's your passion, you're gonna be good at it because you're gonna do it every day without even realizing it. You're just gonna do it.
What other projects have you worked on now?
All the local shows, so Supernatural, Supergirl, Arrow. The bigger one that I just was on was Riverdale, where I fought KJ twice. I've been on X-Men, Apocalypse in Montreal, lots of shows.
Yeah, just goes on and on.
It goes on, and it's just a blessing to be able to do this as a career, to be able to fight on film, to be able to act and sometimes be silly and sometimes be serious, and it's just an amazing career, and I feel very blessed, and everybody I work with is amazing, and all the stunt performers, they follow the same passion as me, so we all get along. And
what, do you have an Instagram handle or anything?
Yeah, my name at Darcy Hinds, DARCY-HINDS. Yeah, and
awesome.
You'll find some clips from Riverdale, and I also played a werewolf on Legends of Tomorrow, which was an amazing stunt job I had, stunt doubling a werewolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of wire.
Did they have to dress you up for that?
Yes, it is 3 hours of prosthetics to be this werewolf, and most of the stunts were wire gags. So I had a harness on, and I'm flying through the air, and...
Do you ever get scared?
So if it's like really high, then yeah, my knees get a little shaky, but yeah, but that's, again, that's our job. It's a very dangerous job. So if you're thinking about being a stunt performer, think about it carefully because it's very dangerous and we do get hurt a lot. So
well, thank you so much for talking to us today. I look forward to seeing more of your stuff.
Thank you for having me.
So we're just here with Camille Mitchell. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you on this gorgeous day.
I know, it's so nice, so beautiful and sunny in Vancouver. We're all so excited. And you were just recently nominated for a Leo?
Yes. For episode I did guest starring on Van Helsing, playing Mrs. Fauntleroy, who's a British aristocrat. It's a slightly different setting for this episode, and I don't want to give it away because season 3 is on Netflix now. It just started airing, but it's a very fun episode. It's very atmospheric. It's set in another place, exotic place in another time. For those who have not seen it, but it was great fun. I played a British aristocrat. Yes.
That must have been really fun.
It was really fun. And costume. We get to wear costumes. Yes, Kelly Overton looks magnificent.
Beautiful. Yes. So they were long and...
corseted.
Yeah, corset.
Yeah.
I love it. And then your hair was probably all nice,
yes,
too.
Huge. Yes.
Oh, it's so
hats
fun.
And gloves and tea.
And did you have an accent?
I did. I had a terribly, terribly British accent. Yes, quite.
Have you played British accents before?
I have. I did a lot of theatre at Stratford and Shaw, and a lot of it was British, so it was great back east.
That must be really nice to play it again.
It is. It's very fun. Very fun, yeah.
And so at the Leos, I hear you're going to be wearing a special dress.
I am wearing a special dress. I found my mother's vintage Dior that she wore to my father's opening of Carousel in 1956. And they don't make fabric like that anymore. So the fabric is still magnificent. The style is still gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful dress. And I'm very excited to bring it back out of the closet, so to speak.
So did you know that you had it, or was it just kind of one of those things that was just sitting in there?
I knew there was a treasure trove of a few of my mother's gowns, and I went looking, and they've been beautifully kept, and it was really exciting to find it and go, oh my God, and it's still in fantastic shape. So it's getting spruced up a little bit for the Leos, and I'll have to find the right gloves and the right pumps, but yeah.
So, did it fit you perfectly, or are you doing some alteration?
I am doing a little alteration, and not quite going that far, but I'll try and look as period as I can.
You'll look amazing. Oh my gosh, how fun!
I'm very excited. Yes.
And so you were saying you went to school for acting as well?
Yes, in London, a very long time ago. But Royal Central School, speech and drama. In fact, I'm going to New York actually next week. They're having an event at the Players Club in New York, which is the oldest actors club in New York City.
Wow!
And I'm very excited. I'm going to catch some shows. I'm going to see Glenda Jackson and King Lear. I'm going to see The Ferryman, which is supposed to be fabulous, and Hillary and Clinton with Laurie Metcalf, and John Lithgow, which is supposed to be amazing, according to Colin Thomas. And so I'm excited.
That is super exciting. And I also heard that you're working with your son. Is that correct? Or you're working on something?
Yes, we are. We're working on a short film. He's doing a series of 5 this year. He's an awesome, extraordinary director, writer. His name's Charles Joseph Mitchell. Goes by Charlie. And he is, actually right now he's working as assistant to the executive producer on Netflix's Altered Carbon.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and having a fabulous time.
And so he's following in the family's footsteps.
I have to say, he has always been a movie guy. I mean, finally got him to go to sleep on his own by promising to take him to see a movie he really wanted to see. And from that time on, it's just, he has seen every movie I think ever made.
Really?
Yeah, it's extraordinary, yeah.
That is so cool. Can you tell us a bit about what you're working on, or is it a...
It's a thriller. And it is basically about a woman who can't remember how her husband died. And there might be some nefariousness at play, but too much drink and too much drugs blocked her memory, and it's a mystery as to how he died. So it's slowly
revealed.
Yes.
And what is it called? Do you have a name yet? Or
I do. Yeah. It's called Losing Count.
And did you write this?
I did.
That's
I did.
So cool.
Thank you.
What inspired that? Like, how did that idea come to you?
Oh boy, I was thinking about, you hear different stories about people's lives. Actually, I'm a bit of a thief that way, and I often will go, how did that happen? And then if you put this little story from that person, basically, it was a story I heard from a neighbor, and he had heard, in the middle of the night, he'd heard some sounds coming from his neighbor's house. And it all became quite a mystery as to the story behind it. And that's what I've used as a basis. So I did steal. But
that's okay.
I know, you have to, right?
Yeah.
There's no new stories under the sun anyway, so.
It sounds really good, though. Like, I already want to see it.
Oh, good.
So.
Thank you, Ashleigh.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today.
You.
And then I just can't wait to see you at the Leo Awards in that dress.
Thank you. I hope you love it.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Okay, so we're just here with
Adam Lolacher.
And your film is?
A Snake Marked.
And what is it about?
It's essentially about a convict who sketches and makes art. That's all he does. And then he gets a surprise visit from his estranged father. And therein lies basically his father kind of reawakes all these emotions and past memories of what it was like growing up. And then it's just about their relationship. And then my character is visited by his younger self in his cell. And that's pretty much all I'm going to tell you.
And then you have to watch the film.
Yeah, when it's out.
When is it out?
That's also a good question. We're doing
in the works.
It's in the works. We're doing a lot of festivals right now. We might do a private screening with a couple other films at the end of the year, but probably not till next year publicly. So,
And so this film was Leo nominated.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And you are feeling, obviously, you're excited about that?
I am excited. It's always nice to be, noticed for your hard work, right?
So did you write this? Or?
I co-wrote it and co-produced it with Juan Riedinger, who directed it. And Juan is also a Leo-nominated / winning actor and is doing really well. He's worked on Narcos and did a film called Drawing Home, and he's no stranger to Vancouver, so it wouldn't have gotten made without him.
And how did the film come about?
I started watching a couple prison documentaries, and I found this prisoner, and I was just so enthralled by him in a weird way. Like, he was so charismatic, and I didn't think of anything of it. And then a week later, I turned the TV on, and I saw his face again. But it was a different episode. So I wrote him, and then we talked back and forth for about a year and a half.
Wow.
Until my email got hacked, and I haven't talked to him since. But he was kind of the subject, and I just started writing, and Juan didn't want to do it, and then I convinced him, and then we shot in an abandoned prison. That was scary. Yeah, we think it's haunted. Well, we slept there 2 nights.
Did you do that to get into character?
I did, but I think he just did it to protect me and watch the gear. A lot of productions shoot there. It's kind of like Riverview, but closer. But it was very, very cold because we shot in December.
Wow.
So no running water, no heat, no electricity. So we had like 3 generators going on at once. Our crew was awesome.
How long did it take to film?
We were in the prison for just over 2 days. And then we did another day, and then we had to do a half day, so 3.5, and then we did another pickup day.
And are you working on anything else at the moment?
Yeah, I just finished acting in a feature called All in Madonna on Vancouver Island, so that's coming out in the fall. And I'm writing the feature version of the short film, so plans on doing a feature film for the Snake Marked. And then I'm developing a TV show. So there's only so much time in the day.
Can you tell us about the TV show?
All I'll say is that it's think Sopranos 2.0, but in a strip club, and with a Russian kind of background feel to it.
So you're working on the Madonna
Yeah, I'm working on Madonna, the artist, Madonna. Yeah, All in Madonna is a telefilm-funded talent to watch program film with Melanie Rose Wilson and myself, and directed by Arnold Lim, produced by Anna Delera and Robin Chen. I'm just name dropping now, but it was great because we were on the island for a month and a half in like Victoria, Souk, Saanich, and that was a doozy. Yeah, so that was fun. And you've obviously been acting for a really long time. Is there any advice that you would give to somebody that was just starting out in the acting world? I would say that it's okay to take a break from time to time and really just like live your life. And you know, a good friend of mine who works in Montreal all the time told me that life isn't just about acting. You gotta dance too. So you gotta have balance, and I think that's really important. And that comes with time, but just really make sure it's what you want to do, and have fun doing it, and don't worry about the rejection, because it's gonna happen regardless. So don't take it personally. It's gonna happen regardless if you're fabulous. And so you're gonna be at the Leos soon, so we'll interview. Yeah, I'll be wearing a suit, I think. There you go. Yeah. With your long flowy hair. My long flowy hair or yours? Yeah. Both. I'll wear and do you have a social media handle people can find you on? Yeah, I'm on, I guess it's Instagram. I guess everyone's doing that now. It's at Adam Lol Actor. Instead of Lolacher, it's Lol Actor. Yeah, LOLACTOR. Yeah, and then Facebook and Twitter, but it's mostly Instagram, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks. Awesome. So we're just here with Cathy and Leslie. How are you?
Oh, we're terrific, thanks.
Very good, thank you.
Good. We're so happy to have you here today. And so you are a professor at UBC?
Yes, I'm in the Faculty of Education and Department of Educational Studies. And I am the organizer and creative visionary for a research cluster called Wingspan, Disability Arts, Culture, and Public Pedagogy. And it was actually a dream that came about in 2008. I worked with a paraplegic artist, Jeff McMurtry, who created a dance called Wingspan, and he and I together co-created the Unruly Salon at UBC, which brought together artists and scholars with disabilities and the wider audience to open up hearts and heads. It occurred to me after that this was all wonderful happening on a campus and bringing in NGOs, but that the NGOs and the disability arts movement are often talking to already marginalized groups, and that I, as an educator, had something to contribute in terms of bringing artists with disabilities and deafness into public schools. So we have been slowly, gradually winning grants, and we finally won the big one. The Vice President of Research and Innovations Office, which is a fantastic office on the campus, put out a call, and we won an established cluster, and I believe we're the only arts-based established cluster, and it was very competitive. And now the dream has happened because we've selected very rigorously and competitively 6 artists with different disabilities and different artistic mediums who've been coming together to work with teachers in 7 partner schools in 2 school districts.
Wow, congratulations.
Over 8 weeks, they have been making a phenomenal impact with students. And that 8 weeks has led to students who've never talked before coming out and talking about having autism in the classroom. It has led to students being able to talk about having a visual impairment and discussing it in class. And Cathy is one of the people who we were lucky enough to hire, and she's a blind photographer.
Do you want to tell us a bit about?
Well, I'm a visually impaired photographer. I have a small bit of sight in one eye, nothing in the other. So I'm bringing, by the very fact that I'm in the classroom, an example of disability that probably hadn't occurred to a lot of these kids, because you know, there are certain stereotypes that exist out there, and I don't fit any of them. I don't have a white cane or a dog, and I don't wear dark glasses, and I don't have any musical talent. And so, you know, I don't fit the mold. So it's you know, sort of indirectly educating them to look beyond what they assume to be disability, and really through you know, labeling it along with photography to say go beyond your perception and really get a new perspective. And so I'm teaching them to use the cameras and their phones mostly, and iPads, because that's what they live with. Think of the world around them in different ways. And I call it kind of flipping the phone. You know, get away from the selfies, turn your phone the other way and look at your world. And while you're looking at your world, recognize that the world is made up of all kinds of abilities and all kinds of people. And it's opened their eyes, it's opened my eyes too. They're very astute, and they're very interested in not only in how I do photography, but in me. And it's kind of evolved from, you know, well, how do you do that, to how do you feel? So it's been quite a journey. We've got a couple more weeks to go, and I will be extremely sad to leave it. Yeah, it's been a wonderful experience.
It's only an 8-week program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's an 8-week program with a vision for the future. Mm-hmm. We're aiming to apply to establish this in potentially up to 24 schools in 6 wing cities in Canada.
That's really great. What a beautiful concept and project. Congratulations. I'm so happy it's going so well for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching Vancouver Television. Again, I am Ashleigh Davidson. We had such a great time today talking to all our guests, and we look forward to seeing you at the Leo Awards on the red carpet. Until next time.